Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing this Sunday evening? I am so sorry for not having a review for Love at the Lockup. I just needed a day to just not do a review. But I am here for the review of Love at the Lockup, Life at the Lockup, and y'all can see I'm feeling much better. Um, Bumps are gone on my face. My face looks good. My hands are still, different story. There's, you know, though they're still, if you can see, still going away. But I'm feeling much better. So this is Love at the Lockup, Life at the Lockup. Ooh, excuse me. Season 4, nope, season 3, episode 48. Um, the title will be right here because I do not know the title. But it really wasn't all that much on Saturday's episode of Love at the Lockup, Life at the Lockup. Um, Lacey, let's start with Lacey. It's just a continuation of her. She's calling John and she's saying how she doesn't know about her marriage with Shane. She thinks Shane isn't in love with her anymore. She thinks Shane is cheating on her. And it's like, come on, girl. Like, stop trying to manipulate John. Stop trying to mess with his head. Last thing we seen from John from the last season of Life at the Lockup, Love at the Lockup, is that he was getting his life together. He got the job, working HVAC, and then him going on a date with another girl. Um, he seemed like he was in the right headspace. So it's like, Lacey, leave that man alone. Leave John alone. Stop manipulating John. Stop trying to mess with his head. Leave him alone. She keeps saying that John never cheated on me. John never did this. John never did that. And she's saying how she regrets, being married to Shane. I'm like, girl, just leave. Leave Lacey. Shut up. Shut up. And then you got Lacey's dad and Shane talking to each other, and her dad is telling Shane, get yourself together, man up. And it's like, get your stuff together. And Shane is like, you know what? I do care about Lacey. I do love Lacey. And, I'm going to try my best to be there for her. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm trying to open up this water bottle. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to open up this water bottle. Oh, this phone. This phone. I gotta get used to it. Um, so that was Lacey and Shane. Next, let's get to Christiana and John. So her and John, they're about to get married soon, and she reaches out to her son. We did not know that Christiana didn't have a son. She never mentioned her son to us the time that she's been on Love at the Lockup. So I was completely shocked. I said, girl, you got a son? What? She said, yeah, I had a son when I was about, I think she said 16 years old. She had a son. His name is Declan. Declan. And she was high. She was high, and she was thankful that, the father took the son, got custody, because she didn't want her son to see his mama high. Of course, no kid wants to see their parent strung out on drugs. So she decides to give him a call. So she FaceTimes him, and it was a little awkward, as shocker. I mean, a little awkward having to talk to your son in how many years, and just little conversation here or there. But then she also says, let me invite him to the wedding. So she invites him to the wedding, and I completely agree with, you know, Declan at this point. He says, we really don't have that relationship, and it's like, um, you're asking me to go to something that is very important, and it's like, it's really going to be awkward, but I will let if I want to go or not. So I completely agree with his response to it. I mean, you haven't seen your mom in how many years, and this is the first time you're talking to her in this amount of time. It's going to be awkward, and the first thing she asks you is like, hey, you want to come to my wedding with my new husband? So it's like, of course, I completely understand his reaction, of course, you know. So it's like, and of course, she's heartbroken by it because she would want her son to say yes, but, you know, give him some time. He has to still warm up to Christiana. And I mean, hopefully he goes to the wedding. And if not, then I completely, you know, I agree with his decision. So that was John and Christiana. It wasn't all that much. Who else? Let's do Brittany and Marcelino. Let's get them out the way. So Brittany and Marcelino, they moved into this new house. Now I forgot to mention it in the first episode of this season. Since when did Brittany and Marcelino move into the house? Because the last time we seen Brittany and Marcelino, you know, they were still living in that, you know, kind of like ranch style house. You know, it wasn't that big of a room for them, and you know, 3 kids. So it's like I was so confused. I'm like, when did they move into this big old house? How can y'all afford that big old house? Because last time y'all was having financial troubles, you know, with the house. Y'all, I'm sorry if I am shaking a little bit. Oh my gosh. I need to get a pop. I need to get a pop socket. We just don't hold it like this. Um. So yeah, Brittany Marcelino, they got their new house. So she invites her friend Amanda. Amanda is her Brittany's former, you know, jail girlfriend, slash friend. She's been on past seasons of Love, Life After Lockup. So she comes and she tells um Brittany tells Amanda about everything that's going on. And Amanda asks, "Have you told Marcelino?" Brittany was like, "No, I haven't told Marcelino." And Amanda was like, "Girl, you better tell Marcelino before, you know, something bad happens, and to like let him know what's going on." But Brittany is scared because she still wants to find, you know, more information, but then also she doesn't want to seem like she failed her family at something that she's really passionate about. And plus, they invested their own money into this. I think $8,000. They invested their own money into this. So, of course, Brittany is scared to tell Marcelino like what's going on, as she should be. Um, so so Brittany asked Amanda, you know, what's going on for your love life and everything like that. Amanda was like, well, you know, I've been talking to this girl. So Amanda has a girlfriend, and Brittany teases with Amanda because they were in a relationship, but they were in prison together. Um, so Amanda tells Brittany that you'll always be my number one, okay? You'll always be my girl and everything like that. So I don't know if this was in the script for Amanda to say this to Marcelino. So they get back in the house. Marcelino is there. And Amanda brings up the whole Robert situation. I said, I know you did not know. No, girl, Amanda. I don't know if it was just in the heat of the moment, or, you know, it just slipped out, or you were supposed to say that, but girl, come on, Amanda. Marcelino was like, what's going on? Amanda was like, that's my cue. I'ma go. Deuces. So she leaves. She's scattered out of that house, okay? And so Brittany finally tells Marcelino what happened. And of course, Marcelino's upset. He put the family put in $8,000. That $8,000 could have went into, you know, a savings for, you know, the kids and everything like that. So of course, I understand Marcelino's gonna be pissed. Understandable, Brittany. And it's like, you should have told him what was going on. But then also, she wanted to get all the facts straight before she told Marcelino what was going on. And so she told him, look here, you know, it's like, I just didn't want to feel like a disappointment. I didn't want to feel like I failed you guys, because this is something that I'm really passionate about. And it's like, you know, she feels stupid because she feels like, you know, the wool's been pulled over her eye. And, you know, Marcelino, he was just upset, as he should be. As he should be. And he was like, you better hurry up and find Robert before, you know, I go there and I'll beat his butt. Because Brittany was thinking the same thing. Like, she would rather go over there and beat up Robert, but she don't want to go back to jail. So it's like, She is doing everything in her power to find out what happened with the money. And it's like, I feel so bad. I feel so bad for Brittany because she's trying to get her life on track. She's trying to do the right thing. And here come this obstacle just messing with everything. So I feel bad for Brittany. But she should have told Marcelino ahead of time. So he leaves and he's pissed, as he should be. Now, let's talk about Brittany and Ray. So we see, oh, okay. Brittany irked me this episode. So we see Ray. Okay, Ray is working at the warehouse because y'all remember, he got the job working at a warehouse. So he's making what, 15? I think he said $15 an hour. So he's ready for his paycheck. He's like, you know what? I've been working these hours. I'm ready to get this paycheck. I'm geeked. Then we cut to Brittany. Brittany's going shopping with her half sister, and she's saying, how she's excited that Ray is getting his first paycheck, and she wants to go on dates. She wants to buy outfits. She wants him to buy her clothes and gifts, all that stuff, making up for what she's been doing for him in jail. Brittany, this man couldn't do any of that stuff for you because he was in jail. He didn't have no money to buy you the gifts that you wanted because he was in jail. Now you're saying because, okay, he's out of jail, he can now buy me this and this and this and that. Girl, and then like, okay, we can put money on, put some money aside for the wedding, for the kids. I'm like, Brittany, chill out, Brittany, chill out. Basically, it's like you owe me. You owe me for all the times that I put money on your books, for buying you all this stuff. You owe me. That's what it sounds like Brittany is saying to Ray, is that um he owes her. And also she tells her sister about the restitution that he has to pay. So we go back to Ray. Ray gets his paycheck. He said, this ain't it. He said they took money out for taxes and Social Security. I said, yes, sir. Welcome to the real world, Ray. Okay, welcome to the real world. Okay, they take a certain percent out of your paycheck for taxes and Social Security. Yes, Ray. Yes, you should know this, Ray. I mean, I don't know how well you've been in jail for a long time, bro. So it's like, I don't know if you forgot how a paycheck works. I don't know if you forgot because you used to get the money the fast way. But he said they took out $400 on taxes. So he really didn't tell us what was his final total that he got. So I'm like, Ray, how much money? You say you making $15 an hour and they taking $400 out of your for taxes. That's messed up. But that is how the government works. That's how you can't be mad because that's how it works. Y'all, we work long hours here and there and money get taken out for taxes. We all know, but Ray doesn't know. Okay, because he fresh out of jail. Okay, so he's upset about that. But then also has to pay restitution fees. Okay, but then he also talks about putting money aside for the wedding and everything like that. So he's fixing dinner and Brittany comes on. She bought something and everything like that. He tells her he's upset because of his paycheck, and he says that they took out $400 for taxes. And Brittany was like, well, yeah, that's what they do. We are citizens. We pay the government. Government takes the money. Okay. But then also we can get that money back during taxes, during tax season. But he is so pissed about that. And he hands her a check. I don't know if this was scripted, but she looked at the check and the camera cut to her. And she was like, it looked like she was acting. It looked like that whole scene was acted. But but where was I at? But yeah, she looked at the paycheck And she was like, Ray, you can't be all upset and everything like that because that's what happens, okay? And then she gave him like a little demonstration with some dry pasta. She was like, this is how much money you make. This is how much taxes get taken out. But then he was like, okay, but this is how much I gotta pay for restitution. Now look here, they threw away some pasta. Now that pasta could have been made for anything. You could have did some oven baked pasta. You could have did some, Alfredo. You could have did whatever. That was some good pasta. Y'all, they threw that pasta in the trash. I said, y'all are wasting pasta. Y'all are wasting good food now. Come on. Y'all could have put that back in the box. I was so mad. Y'all disrespecting pasta like that. Come on now. That's not nice. So once again, Brittany was like, Ray, you need to lighten up and everything like that. It's like, I got you. Like, we gonna handle this. Like, I got you with like the restitution. I said, girl, why are you taking on his restitution? Why are you doing that? That's not yours. You ain't do that crime. You ain't break into a pharmacy and sold them drugs. You don't gotta pay for that restitution. Let him pay for that restitution. He made the mistake. He did it. He gotta pay for it. Don't waste your money trying to pay that dude restitution, Brittany. Come on now. But basically, it's like I just feel like that whole scene with Brittany. I just feel like she is trying to hang over the head, Ray's head that she owes him. That no, that he owes her. You owe me for all the things that I've spent money on you. It's now your turn. You owe me. Like, girl, he had a reason. He was in jail. He couldn't do anything with you in jail. So it's like, come on, Brittany. Like, you starting to seem a little bit, mm-mm. No, Brittany. So, y'all, let's get into Dante, Nicole, and Tia. So, we see Nicole. Nicole is getting ready to go on her interview. She's going on her interview to the tanning salon. So she goes to the tanning salon and she gives the lady her resume. And the lady doesn't really seem that impressed. It's like, so it looked like there's a little bit of a gap between, your previous employment. And she was like, yeah, I was in jail for 5 years. And the employer was like, okay, okay. She's like, yeah, I was in jail for 5 years, but previously, before I went to jail, I worked at tanning salons, so it's like I know how everything operates. I know what to do. So it's like if you can just see that I am really like a great employee, and it's like you are not gonna have any doubt, employing me and everything like that, trying to big herself up. So the lady gives her a tour the tanning salon. But then she asked her, if you don't mind asking, what did you, go to jail for? Nicole was like, so I went to jail for robbery. And I know it sounds big, but it's like I will never, rob from my place of work. I will never do that. I will make sure everything is safe and tidy. You don't gotta make sure anything is like, I'm a really good candidate. And so it's like you can kind of see that the employer was like, yeah, girl, I'm not gonna hire you. She was like, well, you know what? Thank you for coming and spending, thank you for coming in. But there's a lot of employees, but we'll keep in touch. We see Tia outside, and Nicole was like, I think I did good. I got this in a bag and everything like that. And Tia was like, you really got a big head. You can't be thinking that you got stuff in a bag all the time. So we get a little bit of information on Tia. Her family must be, well off because Nicole brings to us that Tia has had everything handed to her and everything, she had everything served to her on a silver platter. And it's like, her family always had her back. But it's like, for me, I have never had that. And so she was like, I'm so used to making money like so fast and everything like that. And it's like, maybe we should call her Dante. I said, Nicole, leave that man alone. Leave Dante alone. We know what you using Dante for. We know what you using him for. She was like, we can get this money fast and everything like that. And it's like, we can do this. All I gotta do is just give him a call and he'll answer. Tia was like, I don't know if that's the right idea, Nicole. It's like you can't be, playing with him and then, messing with me and everything like that. But you know what? If you want to do it, Do it, Nicole. Do it. I don't care. So then we see Dante. Dante is with Derek. Okay. Derek is the MVP of Friends. Okay. Look here. We've had a lot of friends on Love After Lockup and Life After Lockup who has sense. Okay. There's been a handful of friends that have had common sense. Okay. Derek is the reigning MVP. Derek has so much sense, okay? And he calls Nicole out on her BS. We see Dante. And Dante, he tells Derek about his date and everything like that. But then he also brings up Nicole. He was like, I went to her house and everything like that, tried to see Nicole. And Derek was like, why are you still talking to Nicole? Why are you still dealing with Nicole? You know what she's trying to do. You know she's trying to scam you and everything like that. Didn't she leave you for a girl? Dante was like, yeah, she left me with a mix of Justin Bieber, Machine Gun Kelly, Post Malone. I'm like, no, Dante, no. Oh my God, no, not Justin Bieber, Machine Gun Kelly, Post Malone. No, Dante. He called Tia a handsome gentleman too. That is not funny, Dante. You need to stop, okay? But Derek is just so over Dante and his, gullible, stupid, goofy behavior. And Dante was like, I really want to talk to Nicole because, what if something happens and I don't ever talk to her again? He brings up his ex girlfriend, who was also an inmate, a former inmate. Okay. This was before Nicole. This girl, played him dirty, used him for his money and everything like that. He broke up with her and she tried to get back together with him and everything like that. Dante was like, no. A couple of days later, he found out that she passed away. And he said, what if, he said, if I would have given her another chance, she would still be alive. And I said, Dante, do not hold that guilt over your head. Dante, this is the one time that I am agreeing with you. Do not have that girl's death be a guilt trip for you. Don't do it. Okay? I feel like if he answered her calls, she was gonna use his ex was gonna use him for money. She was gonna, manipulate him again and everything like that. But he said no. I don't have time to be manipulated again. Okay, so I feel like Dante should not have that his ex girlfriend's death hanging over his head, saying that if I would have taken her back, she would have been alive. No, Dante, don't do that. Don't do that. So he was like, I need to talk to Nicole. I want to talk to Nicole. And so, out of nowhere, bring, bring, bring. Hello. Hey, Dante, this is Nicole. What you doing? Nothing. I'm like, Dante, Deontay, you are stupid. You're stupid and you're gullible. You are. And I hope you are looking at the season like, dang, bruh, I am so gullible. Like, come on, Dante, you have to do better. You got to do better, Dante. You better not be messing with Nicole. As of right now, present day, you better not be messing with Nicole, Dante. So, y'all, that was Love After Lockup. It wasn't that much of an episode, but next week we get our another gullible idiot, Sean. So, y'all, that was Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup. I will see you guys tomorrow for Animal Kingdom, okay? Peace. I love you guys. Bye.